Joe Rogan is going through it right now. Spotify. Well,
that
let me
motherfucker.
start back. Joe Rogan. Clips have just been resurfacing of Joe Rogan and his various Spotify or podcast episodes where he says the N word, some variation of the N word. He's going really hard about it. Spotify is actually up to deleting 100 episodes, Damo. It's not 70.
It's not
They're up
70 no
to
more.
deleting
Okay.
100+ episodes on the platform of their thing. Now, will they remove Joe Rogan?
No.
No, no,
Yeah,
they will not.
nah.
But now people are asking if other people will come out in support of not support against Joe Rogan and everything like that. Somebody recently asked The Rock on Twitter, would he do it after he praised Joe Rogan? Damn, there's a name that I'm just missing right now.
The Rock
She's on the
said
tip of my
no.
tongue. They were although The Rock was you know what, his response, his quote tweet was very
Very like he don't really want to. He
let
don't
me
really
play
want to
this
do it.
fence. Right.
Yeah.
He was like, hey man, I just found out about that. Boy, I gotta look into some things. But hey, appreciate you for bringing it to my attention. Bro, he said 80 times on a podcast. Let's relax. I know it's a silly question because I think we all know the answer. Spotify Ben knew those podcasts were up there, by the way. Do we think that Spotify is going to deplatform Joe Rogan because of this?
No.
They spent way
He
too much
shouldn't
money
be.
already.
I don't know much about bro. If you're a white man saying the N-word, that's all I need to say.
Now he's Now I will say this too.
He's been
apologized.
apologized. He's been apologized.
I think he apologized recently. Like
this is the most recent one is like his 12th time apologizing for it. Like this man has done over, I want to say maybe 1,500 episodes of this podcast. This shit has spanned for, I don't know, like damn near 10 plus years. I'm not trying to make an excuse for him. I don't know, people ain't had this conversation with me. I'm not a real big stifler on the N-word, depending on how it's used and why it's used. I am a Joe Rogan fan. Joe Rogan is a part of the reason I love MMA. I enjoy the Joe Rogan podcast. I've seen a plethora of his episodes where he dropped the N-word. I watched his comedy specials where in his comedy specials, he has jokes where he uses the N-word, but it's not in an offensive way. I personally don't care. I don't think it's that deep. The clips I've seen, the shit I've already heard and know about, nothing's ever seemed offensive. Now, I can't speak for other people who I understand there are people out there that dead ass think if you're not a POC, if you're not black, if you're not a black person, you should not say it. I get that completely. Hey, niggas can have two different beliefs.
Yeah, it's upbringing, and people are gonna, for the people that are bound to get pussy about it. I mean, do I disagree with it? Yes, I do. But as y'all see, Don my bro, or shouldn't even point this way. Don my bro, I'm not killing him for it. We can have talks about it all we want, but you're not gonna kill him for it for the simple fact that it's upbringing. Shit like New York, yeah, you just gonna have to. That happens. that happens.
But he knows it was wrong, right?
But yeah,
I don't
like
even know the
general,
context of what he was saying.
but in general, yeah, I personally, the way I am, if that's all I know, that's all I need to know. But I don't know anything further than that. But if it's just him repeatedly saying the N-word and now it's getting canceled or exposed, then that's just typical celebrity that needs to get canceled per week. And it's just like, will he not? Probably won't, because he has a lot of money. So,
but it's not like my thing is, it's not like he was on an episode and just, oh nigga. It wasn't like that. It wasn't Keemstar.
Wrong with you, man?
It's not like he was Keemstar and Deadass is mad. Hey, Alex is a stupid. Like it wasn't.
Yeah,
like he was being malicious. It was literally in forms of conversations, and he dropped it. I'm a person that was raised down south. I grew up with the mindset of no one not black saying it. I moved to California. In California, Hispanics, Asians, whites, blacks, Tongans, Vietnamese, don't even anything in the book. Everyone said it. Yeah, Tongans crazy.
They like started saying anything.
They're like a type of Samoan. But when I went out there, I'm at the age of 14, 15, everyone saying it. Like Sacramento, California, when I played ball in Cali, everyone said it. And I was like, I had to look around when I first went to school as a sophomore, and this Asian dude, yo, what up, nigga? And daps up somebody, and I'm looking like, yo, y'all just gonna let this slide? And I look around, and everybody's looking at me like the weirdo, like,
yeah,
problem, country nigga? Like, what's the problem? And it made me
See that I would have
crazy.
spazzed. Time out.
wait,
That happened to me before. But if a white boy did that to me, I hold the.
The white or the Asian dude looked at you like, "What's up with you,
country nigga?" Yeah, see that? I'm perfect. Hell no.
I don't
know where I am.
It's time to run the fade. Now you're wilding right now.
Watch your motherfucker.
Hey, Cardiac, that's not a clip. This
Yeah,
moment
please.
is not a clip.
Yeah, please, Cardiac, please.
It was only I was referring to my fellow brothers and sisters when I was like, y'all just gonna let them say that, and they gave me the look. No one said, "Oh, you mad for a country nigga?" No, no one said it, but they gave me that look, like, "Bro, what are you upset for? Why are you? What's your beef? Like, what's the problem?"
I'm sorry. So just imagine in the room. I'm sorry. Just a room full of people who aren't black, just like. Country nigga over here.
Oh my god.
Oh no, hey, listen, let me tell you something. If I was in a room full of non-black people and someone said, "What's wrong with this country nigga?" I'm getting
what's wrong with this country nigga over here?
I'm getting it spelled.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, B-So, did you want to speak on Joe Rogan? No, for real, like, did you?
It's packaged in the air. Primarily, I think it's still because of the misinformation stuff. So people are doing some digging. And Joe Rogan has a crazy catalog. It is all on Spotify for anyone to look up and listen. And when it comes to, I mean, me and Sage have had this conversation even about Stephen A. When you're on the air so much, like, you know what I'm saying, unfiltered, especially live. Now, I don't think his shit is live, but you're about to.
It is. It's live.
You're about to say some reckless shit.
Stephen A is another one, and I know it's completely switched topics, and I don't want to switch it, but Stephen A is another one. That nigga is on one, bro. I don't know.
KD and Wanda been going at him.
Him
like
in the comments.
Again? Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Him in the comments to Katie's mom. I'm sorry, mama. Shut up, nigga. You talking about my son. I don't want to hear your I'm sorry. Shut up. But to Joe Rogan's thing, I know people are probably going to want to hear a lot more than what I'm about to say from me specifically. Joe Rogan has the biggest podcast in the world right now.
The biggest.
It's going to take a lot more of that, like, stuff to come out for Spotify to get him off the platform, for him to be deplatformed and everything like that. I'm sorry. He makes and brings in too much money. And mind you, Joe Rogan there was a stretch when people were just making podcasts. The Obamas had a podcast. Kim K had a podcast. All these are being beat out by Joe Rogan. Me and my girlfriend did a quick search on his views on YouTube alone. Numbers are ridiculous
Right now?
Shit.
Just some clips.
I was talking about, like, just his most viewed pods of all time. Like, the numbers look crazy. He's pulling Mr. Beast numbers. And then that's the YouTube side of things. That doesn't include the listens on any other platform and the downloads on any other platform. So, I mean, he brings in way too much money to be deplatformed off of that. Spotify had that archive. They've been at the archive. It wasn't gonna change none. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I wish I could give you more, but
they gave him $100 million. People, it will
after
literally
that,
take
right?
him after all the clips, after knowing what the had on his catalog, because this is not the first time someone has brought up him saying the N-word on his platform. This is not the first time this happened. This has happened so many times. And I want to say, maybe I'm wrong, chat. Listen, I'm open to somebody telling me I'm wrong. I firmly believe he hasn't really dropped it recently. Like, he hasn't really said it recently because he realized how upset people were getting about it. And he made an explanation. Dog, it would have to be him, like I said, pulling a Keemstar. It would have to be him, like, literally being disrespectfully gross at somebody with it, or being like scum on the earth with it. Him just dropping it occasionally every episode or two out of 50 episodes when they just gave him $100 million, they're not about to get him off that platform, bro.